morning, folks. Yeah, it's late coffee. It's late everything. I'm way behind. I did get up at 6. Was actually wide awake at 6, ready to do my day. And then I said no because I didn't go to bed till 12:30. I only have 10 pieces of artwork left to do. 10. But I couldn't finish them last night. I was just wiped out. Couldn't finish them. I was basket case. I tried hard. So I don't know if anybody was watching last night, but at midnight I was doing water for the ducks because I knew I was going to sleep in. So I did water last night at exactly midnight, actually. I don't know, did anybody see me? Anybody stalking me last night at midnight in the barn? Oh. I guess nobody saw me last night, eh? All right. Well, then I was by myself in the barn at midnight with a bunch of ducks. They had a big party last night in the barn. Well, I think it was because they were in there all day yesterday during the day after I cleaned it. Because the barn is absolutely filthy and I gotta clean the barn today because it's going to -16 tonight. So the barn has to get cleaned. It's soaking wet from one end to the other. It looks like they took a fire hose inside. But first, I gotta go do a job that I've been putting off because I can't get a hold of my guy, what you call it, appliance guy. I gotta go and do this. Look at this. 8 loads of laundry. Luckily, the laundromat has multiple machines. I can do them all at once. It'll be like load them up, hit the start button on all of them at the same time, and run. And then bring all the wet laundry home to dry it. I'm having no luck with that. I'm going to call the appliance guy right now again. Because this is ridiculous. Well, my battery's almost dead. I'm going to see if the appliance guy's, if it's still ring, ring, ring. If it is, I'm going to take a big piece of paper and some packing tape. I'm going to tape a big sign on his door. No, it's not a lot of whites. There's whites at the top, and then there's color underneath. It's all pre-sorted in the laundry baskets. No, still nothing. It's all pre-sorted in layers. There's layers. Like I don't put my duck gloves in with my clothes because they got duck poop all over them. So they get washed separately. So there's the duck. Anyways, it's all sorted. And they don't have those giant wash machines because that would be like a bonus. So I know I got an email from somebody that I really want to share with you because it's the most bizarre thing I've ever gotten, but it's really a topic that is right out there, folks. Like it's not a topic we've ever talked about on the show, and I don't really want to bring it up. But it's like I'm still a little bit taken back by the email. It was like, wow, I've had some pretty weird emails, folks. Pretty weird, like bizarre emails. But this one was the most bizarre yet. It was right out there, like completely right over the edge. It's like, whoa. I love this. I really want. I know we're all adults here, but there might be an odd kid here, so I don't want to say anything. If it was just all adults, if this was an age-restricted stream, I could tell you. Oh, because just all of you'd be just. You know what? If anybody was drinking coffee right now and I told you what the email was, it would be like all over your table. I would have to give you a warning. I wonder if I age restrict it in the middle of a stream, does it do it? Does it lock everybody out? What did you swallow your pride on, Ford? I don't know. I didn't see. There's a bunch of comments here. Once again, you people think I'm like some kind of amazing person in the comments. You know, they scroll by, and it's like, man, you know what? You really need to see a video of somebody streaming so you can see what they're dealing with. Like, I need a camera set up here so you can see, and then you go, yeah, I can see how you miss comments. Roll up. You roll up. I'm not gonna roll up. I got people talking to me right now. But I hate being bossed around, folks. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna get triggered here. I didn't do egg recon because the thumbnail's egg recon. The ducks gave us a ton of eggs today. The eggs are almost at the top of the bucket. Almost at the top of the bucket. So, almost. So how many? I haven't washed them yet. So, I haven't washed them. They're soaking. So, oh, and a big giant comment on a little tiny iPad, iPhone screen. Ford, why are you doing this? I can't read giant comments on a little iPhone. Man, people. It's a 6-inch screen that I get like this much of the corner for the comments. So when you put a big paragraph, it... Why are people so hard on me today? Apologizing for what? There's nothing to apologize about. Absolutely nothing. I don't know. I don't get offended. I don't get triggered about things, except that when I'm streaming. How often do I wash eggs? Now, see, that was an easy comment to read. Every day. Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice. I don't know about what. I didn't do anything. I can't win. I think it's one of those days I shouldn't have streamed. I think that's it. I think I should have focused on my laundry. I'm trying to be nice and give you a little bit of coffee here, and I'm getting grief. I couldn't wash once a week. It's like 500 eggs at once. I'd be standing in front of the sink for hours, and they'd have to soak, and the duck poop would be hardened right on them. Oh. Why don't I open barn windows for cross ventilation? It's winter. That's got to be a new person. It's winter here, man. It's like this is 18 below out. I like open windows in the house for some cross ventilation. Oh man, just had a bad feeling about this morning. Here, I gotta open up a big screen here. Hang on, folks. Let me open a big pop-up. My eyes are starting to hurt. And people are getting upset because I'm not reading the comments. I can't win. Let me just zoom this out. How do we do so we get the zoom happening so it's bigger? Bear with me. Calm down, everybody that's impatient, that's feeling that I'm ignoring you. Alright, okay, I got the big screen. Now chat. Throw crap at me, abuse me. Oh. I'm reading on the computer now. I got 10 pieces of artwork to do yet. Do you love me, Vista? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm glad you do. Oh, see, I can't even think. I don't know about that, Diane. I don't know if you could. I guess if it's not moldy, I don't see why you, I don't know. Maybe there's nothing left in it. If he's already made beer, all the goodness is gone. Like, hello, Alita. Did you get my note? I said on a stream, Alita, I got your birthday card. Well, my birthday card from you. with the $25 in it. Did you get that stream? Did I told you that? Maybe I was in the bar when I said that. I don't know. But I got a birthday card from you. It was a Christmas birthday card, so it wasn't that impressive when you get them doubled. You could have put like a birthday card and a Christmas card inside the same envelope, but you did it on one envelope, on one card, which sort of triggered me. I'm kidding, it didn't trigger me. It was a nice thought. But we know how I don't like my birthday and Christmas meshing together, you know, because that's, when I was a child, that was done to me all the time. Oh, I know what we can do right now. I gotta hang on. Actually, I gotta go laundry today, so this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh, okay, meal time. Okay, so. Oh man. All right, tie-dye Deb. Is tie-dye Deb here right now? Known as Deb Thurston. Is Deb here right now? We're gonna wait. See if Deb shows up. Is she here? Is she here? Anybody seen Deb? What time is it in California? Well, it's 7:12. She should be up. No, no sign of her. She's probably still sleeping. All right, well, we're going to do this with Deb. Okay, so Deb, she's the tie-dye girl, okay? She does tie-dye. She sent me some tie-dye shirts. So, unbeknown to her that I'm actually a tie-dye guy. I have tie-dye shirts upstairs. I have some pretty cool tie-dye shirts, actually. I have a Homer Simpson tie-dye shirt that was a direct copy from Fox, or I think it's Fox, Homer, whatever it is, stolen when I was in Colombia. It was pretty cool. And he's even got a belly button ring. Okay, so look at that. What size is it? I hope it's an extra large. Gotta put my glasses on. Well, I don't have. Yes, it is. Right on, Deb. Look at that, eh? You think it's a paw print? You think it is? Sort of, maybe, eh? Doug foot? It could be a Doug foot. So that was one she sent to me. So that's going to laundry today, actually. I'm doing laundry today. No. And then she sent me this other one. Well, this one's a different. Well, this is a Hanes t-shirt. Okay, so this one's a V. I guess V for victory, eh? What do you think? I drove a bus for the Grateful Dead in a previous life. I don't know. I got some tie-dyes upstairs. I got some pretty cool ones, actually. But you know what? When you wear tie-dye, some people get like just bent out of shape. That you're stuck. Like when I was a kid, we used to do tie-dye shirts all the time. Back in the 70s, right? That's what we used to do to make ugly clothes make them look cool. And I remember once, I have a whole bunch of tie-dye shirts, actually. A whole bunch upstairs. I bet you I have at least a half a dozen different ones upstairs. And I was wearing them, and I had this woman tell me that she said it was the most tackiest thing she ever said. And I looked at her, and I was like, I just felt sorry for her, not appreciating the art, you know, the work involved to make a good tie-dye shirt. Because I know I made tie-dye shirts as a kid, and they were hack jobs. It was like, whoa, no skill whatsoever. Never got a decent pattern. Anyways, she didn't appreciate it. She told me that it was quite tacky, and she said some other comments too, but we won't go there. I like tie-dye. Like I said, I got some Homer Simpson ones. I should dig them out. They're really cool. Like Homer's got a pierced belly button. It's really, oh yeah, they're so ripped off straight from The Simpsons. Like they weren't authorized merchandise, that's for sure. Anyways, so that's what Deb said to me. Pretty cool, eh? And today's laundry day, so they're getting washed. A Deadhead. Like, do I like the Grateful Dead music? No, I don't like their music at all. No, I don't like the Grateful Dead at all. Maybe there might be an odd song I like, but nah, not really. I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know. I never listen to them. Uh, can I do tie dye and cafe press? No, I don't think there is, Vista. I think they're all regular T-shirts to color solids for printing jobs. I think it is. I only have 10 pieces of artwork left. It was so close. I was sitting here. I was like, 10. I only have 10 more to go. It's like when you're at the finish line, eh? It's like I'm running the marathon. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm ready to die. Oh, last night was hard, folks. So I tell you what I did. I tell you what I did. Do you want me to show you what I did last night? I I anticipated getting all the images done last night. Okay, like that was my. Remember I told you yesterday morning. I said I'm gonna get it done before I go to bed. Right? Okay. So I came in after I cleaned. I did all my work yesterday morning, and I got everything ready for the ducks. And then they went back inside like a bunch of teenagers, like a little bunch of just useless kids running back inside a beautiful day. But anyways, I came into the house and I crashed. I crashed. I laid down on the couch, and I woke up 4 hours later. 4 hours gone. I couldn't believe it. I woke up at 4:30. I laid down at 12:30, thinking I just have a little power nap, and I woke up at 4:30. I was like, wow, okay. And you know what I was dreaming about before I woke up? Do you know what I was dreaming about, folks? I woke up. Oh man, I'm bad. Though I needed it. Yeah, I needed it. You're not gonna believe what I was dreaming about. It's like, and I made the dream come true. No, chocolate means I would have had gone to town. No, no. Oh, Michael got it. Apple crisp. I, I woke up and I thought it was already in the oven, and I sort of jumped up and went, "My apple crisp is in the oven." So I made an apple crisp because I knew what I thought I knew. I thought did. He thought he farted and he crapped his pants. But anyways, I thought for sure that I was going to get all the artwork done, and as celebration, I was going to have an apple crisp. Okay, because I said that to myself when I get this done, I'm going to give myself a treat. All right. So because the other option was drive to town and get some beer, but I didn't want to do that. As I told you yesterday, I didn't want to go to town because there were two things that could happen. I could go to the beer store or I could go to the junk food store. And I didn't want that to happen in my life. So I made my own junk food last night. So, about 5 o'clock, I started whipping together the apple crisp, get her in the oven, and then I sit down and I start doing the artwork. So then the apple crisp cooks, and I'm just powering at the artwork. I'm just going at her, and there was a couple ones that were a lot of work to do because I'm not just throwing the logo on stuff. I'm actually doing stuff. It's like I'm not just like throwing one single logo. Like an example, the tie. Then we have a tie for the store, and instead of just like with the duck, the short bus duck, I made a whole bunch. Anyways, it's pretty cool when you see it. And there's a lot of work to do this. Like it's like 40 minutes worth of screwing around just to do a tie. So, anyways, I'm powering on it, get it all done, and I'm down to the last 10, and I can't do anymore. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm wiped out. I got to stop. So I have 10 left. And then I got into the apple crisp, and I ate almost the whole thing. I'll show you what's left. This is so bad, folks, okay? This is so bad. So you're not going to, well, I decided I'm not making a monster apple crisp, okay? No, Inga, I didn't have supper. And I was pretty hungry last night. So, hey, are you ready? Are you ready, folks? Would you say that's almost all of it? Oh man, I couldn't stop myself. Couldn't stop myself. It was like I just kept eating, I kept eating, I kept eating. This is what happens when you don't have supper, okay? And you're on a mission. Because instead of cooking supper, I was doing artwork last night, and even though I've got like really beautiful roasted duck leftovers sitting in the fridge, nice big breast leg, oh, it'd be so tasty. I opted for the apple crisp. So, anyways, that's what I did. And ironically, I have just enough left for dessert tonight. Oh no, Inga, I'm not doing that for breakfast. I'm having real food for breakfast. No, you can't do that to yourself. After you do that at night, like I'm craving real food. Like right now, I'm craving some eggs and some hash browns and maybe a little bit of bacon chopped up in the eggs. I'm just, I couldn't, I don't even have I have no interest in touching that right now. But tonight after supper, no problem. Actually, no, Peter, I didn't pass out. I, I, I actually just stopped eating. I just nope, gotta stop it. So, the only way it could be better, Dan, is if it was organic oats. That's the only way it could be better. That's the only way it could be better. Would be if it was organic oats and free range butter. That would be it. That'd be the only way you could make that better. Free range butter and organic oats because everything else is totally natural. There's nothing in it. Oh. Anyway, so that's tonight. But I gotta have a good breakfast here, and then I gotta whip into town and do all of that ridiculous laundry behind me. Come home, start putting the dryer, and clean the barn. The barn is bad. Vista, you never had free range butter? I've had it. It's very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Like, and it's actually technically against the law because it it's homemade butter. It's not done at you can't buy it in the store. It was contraband. That's the proper word. Contraband butter is what it was. Oh, there's some people locally that make the stuff that for themselves, and I managed to scoop a bunch of it once. I had to almost steal it because technically they can get into a lot of crap with that one. Ooh, don't even want to go there. The government's so crazy about the butter, or I mean the milk and that kind of stuff. They will actually send the OPP out to bust you. You'd swear you were like a meth house if you were doing that here. No. Put it this way, the giving people ducks is less risky, okay, which is still against the law. There's less chance of having the wrath of the law than when you start getting into the world of butter and milk unpasteurized. You want to talk about the government lose it there? The bureaucrats, they sick the whole law. If they show up with guns, it's like the government. Don't even get me started on that one. Let's not talk about that. So I had another bad dream about that last night. About the government. I'm getting stressed out over that right now, actually. All cows eat grass. Actually, Diane, you know what? You'd be surprised how many cows, uh, when we're talking like free range cows, because a lot of people supplement them with grain, and cows aren't meant to eat grain. Cow will eat grain; they'll just gnaw down on her and eat lots. Uh, but and that's how they do. That's a lot of like oats and grains and all that kind of stuff. So Like my neighbor does free range, totally free range, absolutely does not feed his cattle any grains whatsoever, nothing. And they're uh, they're very very lean. You'd almost think they were like feral cows. They have no fat on them whatsoever. The steaks are really really they almost taste like venison. No, actually, his cattle eat a lot of cedar branches, so they actually do taste like venison. It's got a little bit of a cedar wild taste to them. Because the fat in the beef comes from the grain, corn, and then they got a E. coli dip, chlorine dip the meat because it's covered in E. coli. I don't even want to go down there. Okay, you want to see all the merchandise on one single page? Not possible. I went to a lot of trouble to break everything into categories, so that's not possible. Trust me, Vista, when this is done, when we're talking again in March about this, you're going to go, Matt, I'm so glad you broke everything out. Because people do that. They just dump everything into one page. So like, let's say, I only want to look at ties, but I've got to look at 700 t-shirts to get to the ties. And their search box on their store doesn't work. So, is there a way to highlight the categories that have stuff? Yeah, if it's got a picture, Vista. Is there a picture on the page? Then there's stuff there. If there's no picture, there's nothing in the category. Because I haven't done anything with the category yet. It's pretty simple. I thought it was pretty simple. If there's a picture, it means, oh, there's something there. If there's no picture, no, Matt hasn't gotten to that yet. But after today, all the artwork will be done. Every single category will have something in it. Might be one thing right now, but at least there'll be something in it. And we're going to start building from that point on. Like I said, I've got 10 pieces of artwork left. 9 decals, big wall decals, and a watch. That's what I got to do. 9 decals and a watch. Do I get a decent cut on sales? Lara, we went through this before, but I will tell you again because I'm very transparent here. 45% of all sales go to the Duck Adventure. That's how it's set up. 45%. So it's a pretty good deal, you know. You're helping out, you get something, helps generate revenue. So it's not like, I'm getting 10% or 20% because I wouldn't do it if it was that. Be like, this is way too much work. Well, you can set up for different cuts, Carl. You can set up, the maximum is 45%. I'm at the maximum because this is about fundraising, folks. That's what it's all about. It's about to combat what YouTube is doing to the channel. And YouTube is destroying the channel. And this is my answer to get you to buy stuff. And I can't wait till it's done. Oh, folks, I'm so excited about it. Because I'm not kidding you. It's going to solve my problems here. And I got some problems. So, I'm a starving YouTube artist in a big way. If I didn't have, all the people that helped me out at Christmas time, I'd be freaking out right now. That's how bad things are. So everybody that helped me out at Christmas, I said thank you to them everybody already, but I'm going to say thank you again because they are saving us here on the Duck Adventure. So because I'm planning on lots of stuff, folks, like cool things, cool pieces of artwork, some nice stuff, some vintage stuff. You're going to be like lots to lot. And I'm doing, like I said, I'm going through and I'm actually doing artwork. I'm not just slapping, like short bus ducks on the corner or something and saying, oh, there you go. I actually did some time, went through it, and put some effort into it. That's a question that a lot of small YouTubers are probably asking, what's going on, why YouTube's changed things. But I just know one thing, they can do what they want, and I will just figure out a way of how to survive and forge this path that we are on here another way. So I really should have done this sooner. Well, I did. I did t-shirts last year. I bought all those t-shirts, which I still have t-shirts, 50ducksandahotTub.com. We still got these, limited edition, which I'm not allowed to have on the t-shirts, so they're contraband t-shirts. So, but we're going to fix it. I've been knocked down before. This isn't the first time I have had the wind taken out of my sails, if you know what I mean. This isn't the first time I've built up something and then had the rug pulled out from underneath me. That's sort of been my life, actually. It has been my life. Every time I build something up, something comes along and rips the rug out. Isn't here today. Interesting story. Back 3 or 4 years ago, I read this business article on YouTube about big corporations spending large sums of money to develop content on YouTube, and then they fail. That they couldn't make any money, and they couldn't even recoup their money on the production costs. And this business writer, he had surmised based on his experience in business and marketing and all that kind of stuff, and branding and all that kind of stuff. And this is like 3-4 years ago. I read this article, folks. This is like when I first started on YouTube. I read this article because I read a lot of trade stuff. So, anyways, whenever I do anything, this is the way I am. But anyways, he was saying that the only thing YouTube is good for, because remember I told you about how 60% of the views are captured by 1% of the channels. You have the YouTube elites, and then you have us. Okay. All YouTube is really good for is branding and developing your brand. That's it. It's like you're not going to make any money on ad revenue. Now, I was lucky that I sort of got on a little bit of a cusp of ad revenue, and it was growing and growing, and I sort of got a little bit, how do you say, a little bit delusional, thinking that it was going to continue to grow, and that I could actually make a living off the ad revenue, and then that rug was pulled out from underneath me. But it was headed that direction. I thought, oh, this is great, man! You can actually make money on YouTube with the ads. That got changed last year, as we know, with what they call Admageddon or whatever happened there last year. Things just got so. And then that was when I had the concussion, and that's when I got it in new change. And then now it's gotten really, really bad. But I'm not like. I don't even I have not looked at, honestly folks, I have not looked at the ad revenue. It's got to be over 2 weeks now. I haven't looked at it. I don't actually look at the report, open it up and look at it, because it's so depressing to look at. Actually, since I started working on the store, just because I didn't, I've got a constant headache, Lara. The computer is that's why I'm not wearing glasses today, and I've got my computer screen at 300% zoom because my glasses. I'm having a glasses problem. Plus sinuses, but I've got that done with the what do you call that stuff? Reactant. But I haven't done Reactant in 3 days, and I don't have that headache. That type of headache. I've just got eye headaches where my eyes are sore, tired. That's it. Tired. Eyes are tired. But that's just because far too many hours doing what I'm doing. But it's only going to get faster. It's not going to be half as much time, but it's going to be faster. This first wave is a bad one. So, but I'm pumped about it. I really am. I think this is a solution to the problem. Because I'm telling you, man, I can't believe it. I think of all the YouTubers that aren't doing, I don't know how they're doing it. It's like they just gotta be dying a slow death. Well, the Super Bowl's paying YouTube, Carl. That's the deal, and they're paying them big bucks. YouTube, they're, pardon the language, they're just a bunch of whores. No. Oh, Amelia saw me up last night watering the ducks. It was midnight. It wasn't 11:30. 11:30. I was still inside. I was outside at midnight. I remember walking around outside because Doug was going nuts because there was a fox in the yard. Got a lot of artwork right now, Lara. Like I got a crap load of art. The stuff that I have, I am so much. I have got probably. I'm thinking I've got 5 to 6 weeks of solid artwork work ahead of me with the amount of stuff that got piled up here. I got to get it all done before the hatch starts because once the hatch starts, I don't have the time or the effort or the energy or anything to do this kind of stuff. I've got to get the stuff done. It's all got to be done. Like this month is get it done month, or make such a serious dent in it that I can whittle away at it. Like I'm not kidding you. Like I'm telling you, folks. I bet you there's we might be pushing 14 pieces of artwork. You know, so 14 pieces times 450 products. You know, that's a lot of stuff. Like, well, it's 192, 192, 197 templates times 12. It's like, wow. Oh, when the ducklings happen, I'm gonna have a real camera happening, and we're gonna take really good pictures. So is the plan. Like some really good pictures. I'm even gonna take some like gory pictures too. Well, not gory, dirty one, not dirty, but you know, like a picture that you never would see anywhere else, like when a duckling actually coming out of an egg, all slimy, and then for a coffee mug, because somebody will want that. They're gonna look like Rambo with all the cameras. Oh, does Rambo have cameras? I don't get that one. That went right over my head. Problem is trying to get Doug and Magoo to do that for me when I have the camera, Carl. That's the problem. But I plan on doing some really good ducklings because I think that'd be cool. Just have a real, honest to goodness picture. This is what a duck looks like coming out of a shell. You know, not the prettiest. They're not fluffy. They look pretty bad. They're all slimy. That's what you know. T-shirt with a duck, slimy duckling coming out of a shell. I think that would be unique. I'm going to do it because not everything's fluffy and you know not everything's rainbows and unicorns here. Now I'm not going to take a picture of a dead duck, you know that kind of thing, a dead duckling or anything like that. But I'm going to show like here, this is what they come out of the eggshell. Now, why are they slimy? Because that's the Gregory. Come on, my friend. You have no idea, do you? You've got to be young. They're covered in egg. That's why they're slimy. You know, do you think they come out of the egg all fluffy? They just come out of the egg and boom, they're yellow fluff. I got some really good pictures of duck. Oh, and that's another thing too is um, I've got a ton of duck pictures, awesome ones from last year at the Magoon. Some freaking really good ones, like unbelievable detail. Like you can see the lines in his nose. It's so sharp. That gets some freaking awesome pictures. Like so, there's like that. I'm not even including artwork. I'm not even including that stuff or pictures of Stripper and Magoo if I can ever get that. That one I'm gonna have to set up, Inga, where I'm actually gonna have to have Stripper and Magoo and a backdrop and you know and just sit there with the camera and take a ton of pictures. Actually, that one I'll probably have to do like a coroplast backdrop and then put and stripper in the camera and just let the film roll taking pictures. Just click, 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 and then go through the pictures and try to find the right one, because they're not going to cooperate at all. But that's another thing I do. But you got to do with a white background, because when you do capture the picture, it's way easier to Photoshop them out of the picture if it's a white background. A green screen? I don't have any green coroplast. And I'm not. It's not video. It's a picture. Picture. And the problem with the green is Magoo's got some green on them, and when you're going with Photoshop, and the white's got to be so clean on the background, because with the Photoshop, to get rid of the white in the background so that you can just have the ducks. It's a trick, because they're little feathers sticking up, and it's hard to get all the little sharp edges. It's a lot of work to crop a duck out of a picture. A good crop, anyways. I wonder if a green background would be better in a picture. The contrast. No, the white's the better contrast. Anyway, that's something you got to set up to do it. Oh, the feathers, Lara, it's brutal. Like just this one here on the back, okay? With stripper, like that right there, that picture there. I forget how many hours it took me to get that out of to get it out of the back of the picture. Like it was brutal. The green screen works in Photoshop for a picture, Carl. Answer me, please. You answer me. I'll get a coffee. It does, eh? So I gotta get green instead of a white background for the picture. Gregory's got to be new. Gregory, you got to be really new to be asking me a question like that. Do I look like the kind of guy that would watch the Super Bowl? Gregory never answered us how old he is. And Vista thinks green would be better. So I gotta get a green background. Green background to get the picture. Gregory's 12 and new to the show. Gregory, you're 12. I won't hold that against you, and you're new to the show, and I won't hold that against you either. I've never tried to take an animal out of a green background. I've always done it out of white, so that I can get all the detail on the feathers and the edges. I've never tried it. I wonder if it has to be a certain color green. Like a dark green, or does it have to be that lime green? Because that's green screen. It's sort of a limeish green, eh? I don't have any lime green coroplast. Oh, James the Duck showed up. Never seen you before, James. You're a new person here. Enlarge and then choose the green. Like use the magic wand, click on her, and then hit the delete button, and all the green's gone, and then you just got the little duck. Is that what you're saying, Carl? Green or blue? I know, Lara. I thought that is a video thing for video. I never heard of green screen for photography. Like I've heard photography, it's either black or a white background for contrast. You know? Have a good day, Diane. Diane's watching the Super Bowl. She's doing Sunday super cooking. Lara, you do photography all the time. That's your area of expertise, right? Reproductions. So, oh no, Diane's not Super Sunday Sunday. She's just Super Sunday. She's just Sunday cooking. Gregory, you're sorry you're bothering me? No, you're not bothering me. You haven't triggered me yet, so relax. No, no, Vista, I don't need any help. Don't ask them. Whatever you do, Vista, don't, because that costs me money. If you ask them a question, they'll send me a bill. Don't do that. Silly girl. Why would you even ask me that question? Did you just, how about just ask them and send me an email? I asked my co-workers who are professional photographers who told me, this is the Vista. Oh, you silly woman. I forbade you to ask other people to help me. Blowing hair, yeah, blowing hair to crop that out of a background, that's tricky. Time consuming. Blow it up as big as you can, pixel by pixel, and try to crop the hair out with the old magic wand. Or use the magnetic tool to follow the hair around. Oh, that's brutal. It's the same with feathers. It's exactly the same with feathers. You have no idea, folks. I got a 30-inch monitor, okay? A big high-resolution one here, an ultra definition, what do you call it? Big Dell. Biggest Dell you can buy. 30-inch. It's a graphics one. It's a big one. It's meant for this. It's actually meant for this job. And I blow it up so that like something that this big is literally my screen in front of me, okay? Like it's a good foot across. And then I got to follow the pixels around the feathers to get so that it's perfect. So when you look at it, you can actually see the feathers, the edges of the feathers sticking out. It is tricky. Couldn't do it on a small monitor. You could, well, you could, but it'd be like you'd be doing like an inch at a time. It's tricky. That's how much work it is to do this stuff. It's super, super time consuming. That's why YouTubers don't do this kind of stuff. That's why they just throw away, you know, a web-based logo. This, it's all grainy, but it doesn't matter. uh, I can't wait to get this done, folks. You are going to be so impressed with all the work I've done. Edit, we use all different colors. We do not need, you don't need to use green. I guess all the colors. So you're saying that, Jolanne, if I have a dark color in the background, that'll make it easier to take the duck out? No, you didn't get bombed for asking, Vista. It's just something you should just do. So you're saying don't use a white background when I'm trying to get Magoo and Stripper in a photo. Use a dark background, is what you're saying. I'm waiting here. But what the problem is with Magoo and Stripper, they've got dark feathers. That's the problem. That's why I don't understand. Like, because Magoo and Stripper have next to no white on them. So like there's a contrast then. So when you go into Photoshop and you tell it, you know, the percentage of contrast and the tolerance, you know, because if I use like a dark background, Magoo could have that color in it, and then I click it, you know, boom, it's starting to take parts of Magoo out. Not too dark of a color. Or a color that absolutely wouldn't be on the ducks, like a lime green, like a neon lime green. So I got to get some lime green. In that case, more contracts. But make Stripper and Magoo sign a contract, Inga? Before I take the pictures? Uh, I know you meant contrast, Inga. I know that. I just had to, you set yourself up for that, okay? That's what happens when you're on a touch screen. The opposite color of ducks, pink background. Neon pink background. Maybe it's got to be like a bizarre color background so that the program has no problem telling the difference between, you know. But the problem is I don't have any neon pink background. I'm gonna try some different ones, folks. I got some ideas. I got some ideas. Oh, we're trending somewhere. The idiots have shown up. Yeah, someone ban that guy for me, Adil or whatever it is, what he is. Just get rid of him. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. And somebody wants me to say hello, but I don't even know who this person is. We're trending somewhere. I hate this when YouTube does this. Just it irritates me actually. It's like, oh, what a way to ruin coffee. Hey, what a bunch of. Well, I got some ideas then to work here. I'm gonna have to get some different background colors. I got white, some virgin white coroplast to make a background, but I gotta come up with colors for the background. Be nice and neon color, a light green, but I think we're gonna get a light green coroplast. I gotta think this one through. It's gotta be big enough that Stripper and Magoo will calm down and sit there and relax long enough, because if they can see over the edge of it, they'll jump over it. So it's got to be at least 2 feet tall. Well, let's try to jump over because they're both handicapped ducks. They won't, but if they can see over the, it's going to be a trick getting that picture. But I got lots of artwork to do from now till then. Boys, do I ever. Oh man, so much. So much cool stuff. Oh, I can't wait till it's done, folks. It'll be so nice looking back at this in March, going, oh, so glad it's done. The problem with Lara is that when you do this type of deal, you just get a whole bunch of backdrops and just shoot a ton. Just shoot 500 photos with all different color backgrounds, and then you sit down and go through the photos looking for the best photos, and then you find the best photos, and then you hope to God that that background color makes it easy to get it out, to get the ducks out. When you're shooting with animals, it's like there's no planning nothing out. It's a hit and miss situation. You have no idea you take to capture that right photo. Like, Yes, there are pins. There are pins. Buttons. They have little 1-inch buttons. So, and jewelry, charms, necklaces, all silver, sterling silver. So it'll be all there. I'm weak. It's happening. Like I said, I got 10 pieces of artwork. It's like filming a duck or filming animals, Lara. You know, like how like, oh, we're gonna go and play with the geese with the hose. You know, how about that one? You know, and they always play with me with the hose. They stand there and they nibble at the water and they're great. And then as soon as I put the GoPro on my head and I'm live, they run. You know, animals. They're that's it. It's like they're brutal. No, I don't have Adobe After Effects. I just got Photoshop. What version is it? I think it's CS6. It's an older one. It works. It's free. Sometimes it crashes, and then I got to reboot. But that's not the end of the world. It was free. I got it from a buddy in Romania. A very close friend in Romania. He's part of the Russian guy that does the CGI for the show. Uh, Windows doesn't like the Romania guy. Every time I install it, I have to run the encryption key. Windows tells me that the Romanian computer. Yes, I know the new versions about that because I actually, what was it that I wanted to do? Um, the Adobe editor for videos. I think that was the one. Whatever it's called, I forget what it's called. Adobe editor for video, and you had to, um, you couldn't get the program. You had to pay every single month, $20. I didn't like it. Didn't like that deal at all. Just farm yet. I sent them the email, and they have not replied yet. If they're going to partake in this year, they said last year they were going to partake, but I have not heard a confirmation from them if they're going to partake this year. I'll work with the older version for Romania. He works well. Premiere Pro could be Carl. I don't know. I gave up as soon as I found bucks a month. I'm out of here. I'm not gonna. I don't. I'm not a big fan of supporting those guys. I'm gonna hatch this year, Michael. So relax. I'm gonna live stream the hatch. We start collecting eggs tomorrow for the hatch. Do I enjoy horseback riding? I know, but I would like to have a horse. That's something I would like to have as a pet. But I would like to get the horse really, really young. Like really, like as a colt. Really, 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 really young. Because I would like the horse to be like a dog. Because I know a person who has a horse. It's trained like a dog. And it's the most awesome horse. He calls it by name and it lays down. It does all kinds of stuff, just like a dog. It's really, really amazing, actually. Well, George, I don't know if they're going to donate anything this year because they haven't answered me, George. That question was just asked, George. We don't know what Methers is doing. So that's the kind of horse that I would like. Horse. Cowboy had a horse that was like a dog. Well, this person I know has a horse that's just like a dog. Unbelievable. So cool. The horse comes to him like instantly. Listens better than Doug. Well, that isn't hard. Anything could listen better than Doug. Speaking of Doug, he didn't want to get out of bed today. He was like quite happy to be in bed. I'm gonna hatch whatever the waterfowl of the duck adventure gives me, folks. I'm gonna hatch. Like, okay, what does this Connor keep talking about? Oh, he's like, oh, he's the one that came on here and was, what was he doing? He was talking about his nipples were being cold or something. And we timed him out, and then he came back and did it again. So let's do this. There, I just took care of him permanently. He's gone, folks. Now he's got a big black screen that has popped up, but they won't leave. Oh, there it's gone now. Connor's history. I got no time for that. I got no time for. I got no time for that. If you know what I mean. It's like that person that walks into the room and just starts yelling while you're in the middle of a conversation with somebody. It's like, oh my God, close the door on that person's face. Like, oh, but he's my cousin. I don't care. He's annoying me. uh, but folks, I honestly have to go because today is I got a lot to do. I got to come back and clean the barn yet, and the barn absolutely has to get cleaned today. But I got to go and wash like 7 or 8 loads of laundry. And put it this way, the car is going to be full. I'm just laying here. Yeah, I'm gonna have laundry in the front seat, also in the back seat. We're gonna have a lot of laundry happening here, and I gotta go do it because this is officially right here. This shirt is my last long sleeve shirt that I have, my last one. So I don't have any more long sleeve for my winter attire. I got 2 more days of underwear, and I got socks, but I'm officially out of these. That's a long time. That's over 3 weeks. Oh, the laundromats here, it's wide open. Yeah, I've never ever. It's like there's 2 of them in town, big ones. Like not big. Well, they are like 40 washing machines each, and it's like I'm just gonna walk in and take a whole bank, and it'll be just done, 20 minutes, and then load them all into the baskets and bring them home, and then start throwing them into the. Okay, how did Connor? I banned Connor. How did Connor come back? He's got to have 2 accounts. I banned him. There's a different icon? Ah, so he went to another icon. Okay. Different avatar. Guys, my son, please. Marlin from Nemo. You don't know where he is? Oh, no. We're trending somewhere, folks. Okay. The crazies are coming out of the loony bin here. It's just going to ruin everything. Oh. You can't win. The weekends, it's always on the weekends. I don't know what it is. Why is it on the weekends that we get subjected to this? I don't understand it. Like, it doesn't make any sense because this never happens during the week. It's always on weekends. We just, anyways, I'm gonna get by because I've got to go and do laundry, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do a live stream of cleaning out the barn. So I will make up for not having a egg, but I will slap a GoPro on my head and we'll do a live barn cleaning and getting ready for this minus 16 or whatever it is tonight. But I've got to go to town and probably spend. It's probably going to be a 2-hour round trip by the time I get back. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Laundry's first, Inga, because I gotta use my dryer. You're not paying attention here either this morning. I gotta do laundry, then I gotta come back to the property, and then while I'm in the barn cleaning, I will be running an appliance called a dryer that's going to dry my laundry that I washed in the wash machines in town. And I gotta stop at the laundry guy, wash machine appliance guy, and leave a massive sign on his door taped with packing tape to get his attention. That's what's going to happen. So I'll see you later when I'm cleaning the barn out. In about probably 3 hours, I'll be doing that. Goodbye.